third down. Throwing on third down, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Landry, agile footwork. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
On second down now. It's Walton, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. This defense for the Vikings, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3rd and 2, Fields. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 35. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a first down throw, Fields. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 2nd and 4, they can still get a first down without scoring. Fields buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down, it's Walton. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's 2nd and 8. Pass incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47.
Charles, had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And here's Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a carry for Walton. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. They'll run on 1st down. Walton. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walton. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And out now come the Vikings. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
From the gun, here's Fields.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Picked off right around the 43. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
They'll fake the handoff, now Fields.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got a man, Slayton. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
To the air again, Fields.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
They'll roll, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And a stalemate. We're all even on the scoreboard. These 3 turnovers we get a look at. One of the reasons we're tied.
I think without them, we're probably looking at an entirely different scoreboard, aren't we?
Absolutely.
They have really played well and kept their team in the game, tied up now. Their goal, of course, to get that key turnover that puts their team back in the lead.
Now they're looking for, I guess, a 4th turnover. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now they're in the hurry up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the 2nd half of the season. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. 3 touchdown passes there for Zach Wilson. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So it'll be a loss of 10 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that, but broke off his pass rush and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 5 now.
Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Fields now to throw.
Short throw to Disley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Back to throw. Fields.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Completes a Mooney on the slant.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields
rolling to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Fields.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walton. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So here are the Vikings to take over.
Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On first down, it's Fields.
Short throw to Disley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Fields.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun. Fields. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They'll set up a throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Walton. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Landry. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Second and 9 now. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
The Bears on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Walton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make this a 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds too. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face a third down. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't really, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Minnesota, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.